my name is Claire. Welcome back to my channel. For this week's video, I'm going to be doing a one bedroom, one bathroom apartment in the world of San Myshuno in The Sims 4. So this is a apartment that I was imagining would be for one sim. You can have two sims in this apartment. I wanted to do an industrial style for this apartment. I didn't go like super crazy with the industrialness because I wanted this to feel like the landlord only letted the sim or sims just do a few things here and there, but like they can't go with like the full industrial look. The building I am designing this apartment in does have a more modern style, especially when it comes to the floor to ceiling windows. If you're curious in which apartment I'm building in, you can look in the upper left hand corner. That is the name of the apartment, but I do also have all the information for this apartment down in the description, such as the packs I used and the total value of the build. So if you want to play in this apartment, you can go check out all the information down there. And while you're down there, please make sure to give this video a big thumbs up. And if you have any build suggestions for me, I would love to hear them down in the comments. I do want to say a big thank you for 160 subscribers. This really does mean so much to me. I can't say thank you enough. And if you want to help me get to 170 subscribers, and if you haven't subscribed yet, you can hit the subscribe button to help me reach my next goal. Right now we are in the kitchen. I wanted to have that table in the entryway kind of be the separation between the kitchen space and the entryway space. It does kind of also look like a kitchen portable island, so I thought that was just kind of a fun feature to have in the separation entryway kitchen space. I'm just going to be adding some rugs. I do have a little bit of a reconfiguration in the kitchen so I can fit a dining room table into the space. This apartment does have the life of the party feature, or not life of the party, but like party animal feature where their sims like to have parties. I can't remember like the actual name, but it's something I couldn't remove, so I wanted to make sure that the apartment did fit the aura of life of the party, party animal, party house. I don't remember the actual name. That information will be down in the description. But before we head into the living room, we're just going to be adding a little bit of decoration and going to be using a lot of items from the base game because I was trying to keep this build pack limited with the city living expansion pack, the industrial loft kit, and of course the base game because that does have a lot of good filler items like you can see in the kitchen with all of the little kitchen items. But now we are in the living room. I did want to keep this main living space, very open concept. There is a office in the space that can be turned into a second additional bedroom or perhaps a guest bedroom. So we're just going to be adding some exposed pipes to go along with that industrial style. I also wanted to add the exposed pipes to try to use every single item that came with the industrial loft kit. So we're just going to be adding this cool light feature that came with City Living, and now we're going to be working on like the TV slash media area of the living room, and we're just going to be also adding some curtains. This was a very simple space to design for because it is so small. felt like the hardest part was just adding the little details, trying to give this apartment some personality, because I personally didn't have like a soul sim in mind for this apartment. I was just trying to do an apartment that has an industrial with a little bit of modern style. So we are just going to be adding a little stack of books. They just kind of snapped into the coffee table like that, but I kind of thought it was fun to have the books not facing the right way. It kind of has that like quirkiness, I guess. And now we're in the office space, and like I said earlier, this could be a second bedroom. Just need to like switch out the door for like a regular door that probably doesn't have windows in it, and then this could be a kid's bedroom. It is a smaller bedroom compared to the bigger bedroom, but maybe adding a loft bed could give your Sims more space to have a desk or a dresser underneath the loft bed. We do have loft beds in the base game, so we're just going to be adding a little bit of desk junk around the computer, and I do switch out the computer at the end for a more modern computer. I was really trying to use a lot of items from the city living pack since we are building an apartment in that world. So we're just going to be using some artwork and going to be using the chair from city living in the office. But now we are in the bathroom. This is a smallish bathroom and just has a shower, a toilet, and a sink in here. I do wish I added a window in here just to give some natural light. I know you can add windows now to Sims 4 apartments, but I just didn't really want to like edit the exterior of the apartment too much. Like, just like putting the windows a little bit offset was just like enough for me to like, okay, I don't want to mess it up. I want this apartment to be somewhat realistic, which I've said in the past, and I've added laundry day into those apartments, but I did not for this apartment. So you don't have to worry about another pack in this apartment. We can just say that they have to go to a laundromat down the street or something. So we're just going to be finishing up the bathroom. This bathroom was very simple to design for. Just going to be finishing up with some art, and then we're going to be heading into the bedroom that I would consider to be the primary bedroom, but technically it is the only bedroom. So before we go into the bedroom, we're just going to be adding some art behind the TV, and now we're heading into the bedroom. And once I put this bed in, I'm like, I made this bedroom way too small. So I did have to do a little bit of rearranging. I decided to add a smaller dresser or closet system in this apartment. I was originally going to have the like large, thick dresser that came with the industrial loft kit, but it didn't really fit in this bedroom, and it didn't really fit into the office space either, but it fit better into the office space once I sized it down. I'm just thinking in my head that maybe the items in the dresser, I'm thinking it's more of an armoire. It has more like papers, office equipment inside. So we are just now going to be adding this more sleek dresser closet unit into the bedroom, and I think it works out better because it also is from the city living pack. So I'm making sure we are both getting our money's worth out of the city living pack. If you decide to play in this apartment, if you're new to my channel, that is a goal of mine this year in 2026, is to be more thoughtful of the packs I'm using, trying to like not just use 1 or 2 items from one pack, but try to like be more pack intentional with my builds. So if you have any pack build restrictions ideas for me, you can leave them down in the comments. So we're just going to be going throughout the apartment, adding these little details, and going to be adding this little fan, and going to be adding some air vents into the apartment, because let's just say that the apartment had originally small wall height, but they wanted to have medium wall height with the apartment renovation, and so they extended it, and they liked these air vents, and so they decided to keep them in the apartment. So we're just going to be finishing up this apartment, going to be adding a little bit more exposed pipes, and going to be adding a basketball, because your Sims can play basketball if you have the City Living pack. So we are getting close to the screenshots of the video. I hope you enjoyed watching. If you did, make sure to hit the like and subscribe button. If you want to see more content from me, I post new videos every single week on Tuesdays, and if you want to follow me over on Instagram, my username is the same on YouTube as well as the Sims 4 gallery. But I hope to see you all next week for another Sims 4 video, and I hope you all have a good week. Bye!